honing in our stage choice. And like you mentioned, right, you know, we hear talks about, like, on Twitter, the Loxodont agenda, quote-unquote, right? And people talking about how great his advantage state is. You see this fully come into fruition. Player like Gekk, this guy is aggressive to the max.
Yep.
He puts go in aggro.
I'm saying. And of course, you know, with the character like Lox, right, obviously, you know, definitely favors these grabs. Olympia being a hyper fast faller, Lox can get a lot of these, you know, different type of chain-esque type of grabs, these re-grabs on Olympia for a lot of percent. You might see Gekk go for that, just go for confirms either way. It's a hard time if Olympia gets hit.
And we love early on, Lagiakai going to be challenging those boulders in place, trying to catch and getting over-aggressive, opting for the forward air as well. When he catches Loxodont off stage, the thing about this matchup especially is that Olympia's got it on lock in that immediate close-range gameplay. Yeah, where Loxodont is playing around with those bigger bits, especially in the mid-range. You offer that parry, and you get in there, especially off stage. You threaten Loxodont and take him all the way over there.
Yeah, the ASDI down tech is going to send you a lot of momentum. It's good on Gekk, of course. Fully charged up with the magma. You can see with a little screen. DI's away for the Tusk confirm the down B. That was actually really good smart from Lagiakai.
We're going to catch you on the platform there with the backer. Gekk keeping this aggressive game up, challenging that shield. Going to fade away from that parry, setting up that gem once more. Again, utilizing that Loxodont forward air to challenge that gem a lot of the time. Such a good, quick, and fast hitbox to cover most of Olympia's approaches. As put that up strong behind hitbox, going to cover that jump in as well.
That's the magma, baby. Of course, the magma does extend the hitbox time for these smash attacks. So good on Gekk recognizing that. Actually trying to recover the recovery. Maybe going for a bit too much. I think Lagiakai could have died from there, but either way, Gekk keeping the pressure on.
On the forward, just going to hop to the up air, you know, fading away from the ups, recognizing Olympia's potency off stage. Going to catch you with that stun into the ups to sort of close it out. Lagiakai's doing a fantastic job, not overextending off stage against Loxodont, because the reversals that Gekk has in his arsenal are pretty damn potent.
For sure. Okay, up throw, yeah, going to DI behind that is the kind of correct DI for Lox. You want to DI that up throw all the way behind the boy, unless you want to take a lot of damage. You take damage either way, Billy, she lessened it. But good back air retreating from Gekk to make sure, if you want to keep approaching me, hey man, take some damage on your way out.
Gonna opt for the backers at ledge again. The eruption into the backer, the classic Loxodont conversion that catches Olympia off stage with that hitbox. Now getting back in there with the Nair's. Gekk doing a fantastic job of covering underneath the platform. Well, Lagiakai can't really leverage his position most of the time because it's constantly fading back, opting for an eruption, and getting back in there with a big hitbox with their forward air or an up special as we're seeing right there.
Okay, I'm liking the F-tilts from Lagiakai to make sure you can kind of keep him tracking. Of course, that is a long-lasting move. No sour spot as of this patch right now, so very good option. Goes for the magma special pummel, getting the regrabs. That's what I talked about before on Olympia. Get a big damage, you can get some grabs on her.
Setting up that gem at ledge once more up throw coming out. Up air, the reverse forward air, talking about a lot. Opt back off that ledge for the backer as well, catching that aggressive approach in from Lagiakai. Finally threatened that spot dodge in place. The forward air, catching the down special, and going for the late. Not going to get out of that just yet, but still going to take him there barely with the crystal. Great stuff there on the part of Lagiakai.
Yeah, that was pretty smart. Lagiakai doing a good job this first game, keeping the pressure on Gekk, having to keep them guessing, but oh no, the forward air sends them all the way off the other side. Has to use the recovery on the gem. Is on cooldown, man. No gem on stage, so that's good for Gekk right now. This percent especially can work with it. Does have level 3 locked in though. Don't get grabbed. Yeah,
I've got to be careful here. A lot of downs come out of this. But now Lagiakai going off stage. The challenge that the eruption into the down air. Like you mentioned, the eruption going to conversion into basically anything your imagination can throw up there. Gekk gonna close it out. Game number 1, but Lagiakai keeping this relatively close.
Yeah, absolutely doing a good job, but just situations like that is what makes me have to tell people that Lox is really, you know, in a game full of monsters, he still is a monster, do you know what I mean? Having that as an option is crazy. You know, of course, being on the ledge, having invincible, you know, any move. So to have an invincible level 3 that you can be reversed, and that's hard to tech sometimes if you're not ready for it, right? So I don't think Lagikai's probably ever even seen that against himself. So very good option for Gekk to kind of utilize in that set to pull it out, especially the one time he pulled it out, he took this game. So very accordingly.
Archangel has ruined a generation, bro. Everybody in Philly, they're down, they opt for the rock wall counter effect. You guys are terrible people. And Lagiakai, again and again, now going to accentuate the gameplay he was putting up earlier of setting up the gem underneath those platforms and now having even less space to challenge that, especially with the forward air coverage he was looking for off stage. Loxodont dies even earlier. Unfortunately, you even die even earlier to Loxodont back air, especially when you go deep for that boulder into the double forward air. Not going to find the reverse back air just yet. The eruption, still not going to great DI from Lagiakai, but man, the blender is looking pretty damn formidable right now. The backer finally closes it out there. Gekkingga closing it out in a beautiful fashion.
His advantage here is nuts, though. Honestly,
Absolutely
he kept Lagiakai on the ledge for so long. Like, there's nowhere to go, covering a lot of options. Yep, these regrabs a lot of the time, big damage. Jesus.
Oh my goodness gracious. This is what happens when you take a monster to a stage like Rockwall, man. Sitting up with that cool underneath that platform. You're going to challenge that jab finally with the jab to catch that aggressive approach in. Eruption into the downer. Not going to find that one just yet. We're going to catch the high recovery with the falling up airs. And Lagiakai just looking for any kind of way to find that opening in. The special get up. Not going to be doing too much there for Gekk. Gem off stage. Not going to find you in that position yet either. Finally, the special in place, playing around that platform, looking for the back and looking for anything that catches Olympia, getting over aggressive, especially going to hold down against that jab. Forder's covering in perfect position underneath that platform. Forder's not going to close it out just yet, but man, Gekk's coverage at the ledge has been absolutely pristine so far.
Yeah, for sure. Doing a lot of good advantage on this ledge, keeping kind of Lagiakai guessing where they want to be, gets back to the ledge. It's never a good time. Now, Olympia at that high percent, he doesn't want to be thrown off stage. It's hard to recover, and hard to recover because that Forder as well. Very strong. Actually getting the purple. I think that was kind of missed the eye in the second part of the move, so unfortunate right there. Level 3 charged up. He wanted the up smash for the combos, but just couldn't find that one right there.
That late nair in again. We'll find that parry from the left. Yeah, not going to find the parry stun on that jab, but still going to utilize that invincibility pretty well. Fading back with the short hop back here in place. After the down tilt to catch this Olympia. Looking for that up tilt or anything to get a combo started. Finally going to find a down tilt there. Up air going super deep because you have to at this one to find any kind of situation to take the stock in. But Gekk getting back in there again. Dashing out. Finds another reposition. Dashing back in there once more. Utilizing that jab to catch you in the corner. Lagiakai being caught at every single angle. This elephant has got everything covered. Where's the rat supposed to go?
Up to the up air usage from Gekk is crazy. Again, like I said before, utilizing each part of the hitbox to do different things. It's keeping Lagiakai guessing because of the DI. He's mixing Lagi's DI, Lagikai's DI a lot of the time to make sure he's getting into these tight combos that Gekk's covering and getting big damage off it as well. Good backer as well to make sure a classic one for Gekk and going up 2-0. Lagiakai kind of understanding. Sometimes I can't approach. Sometimes I'm not meant to, you know what I mean? And sometimes I've got to take my time. But when you do, that kind of gives Lox leverage because obviously, you know, you let him get Magma quicker. And that's kind of a bad spot to be in. So good on Gekk to kind of recognize that. Again, put Lagiakai in these uncomfortable situations. We might have to be having some uncomfortable conversations about the elephant.
No, not today. No, we're not going to have that conversation. Now, I understand Lagikai's like the presumption of, okay, we'll bring Loxodont to a smaller stage because he really can't, he doesn't have the frame data or isn't quick enough to challenge me up close. The thing that Gekk does to turn that on its head is like, okay, I just ramp up first.
Yeah.
I throw my move out first. I'm covering the space first with the neutral special and opting for something like a down to cover even more space. So we bring you to a stage like this, we're like, okay, finally, I'm going to respect the space that Loxodont holds, and now he's like Hodojo, I can find more of that consistent damage instead of going for those big Hail Marys off stage.
I think you said it perfectly because, like, Lox covers space. That's a perfect phrase. On this stage, up smash covers the whole platform. It is so hard to get tech chase on this stage when Gekk is firing off these Magma smashes to cover for such a long Gekk
of that forward air. Oh my goodness.
It's classic. At this point, it's classic.
It's the Gekk. It's a Gekk at this point, man. He's doing a fantastic job of covering, getting over aggressive with those aerial approaches to the ledge. You get back with the tusks. Gonna challenge the gem there with the neutral special again. And now it's still turning up here with the eruption as well. Not going to find anything off that to challenge it outside of the ledge. Against Loxodont, when you get over aggressive with that recovery, you got to parry it. It's essentially free when you're playing the ledge like that.
Real estate for real, okay? Like the up air usage, that third part can actually get it confirmed. Doesn't get the grab though, probably doesn't used to the timing. Nice forward air from Lagiakai. Throws out to make sure if you want to keep challenging me, hey man, I've got a big fist right here. Takes that stock, keeps it even. Trying to keep it honest as well, but Lox though, did a good job. I love the jab 2 usage, put on that platform, but can't benefit off too much.
Now Lagiakai, again, biding his time, respecting the space that Gekk occupies with this Loxodont. Gekk, of course, saying, turning on his head saying, I don't respect you, Olympia. I'm getting in there and covering as much as I can. Can find that back through the ledge as well. Setting up with a neutral special. Going deep there. Still has the eruption online. Not going to find a grab or anything of the sort as Olympia takes advantage of that whiff and runs back in there to find something. Finally, the confidence is coming online. The Olympia combos are starting to start up, but too little too late considering you got the neutral right there with the tusks and gonna find the stock there at 114.
Actually taking the stock was interesting. They didn't think it would from there, but either way, Gekk finding a chance. Like these patch up aerials just from Gekk to make sure if you want to attack me and shark from the platform, I got some nice moves for you as well. The disjoints, keeping Olympia at bay. She's a stubby character, of course. Does have that burst movement, but Gekk doing a good job keeping her out.
Like that Russian down low, trying to get back on stage. Okay, definitely can take advantage here of the lack of macro levels on the stage right now. Gonna catch an aggressive jump in with the up tilt from the behind. You realize that reverse hitbox coming out first. Cover that space, go for the forward, ascending all the way deep with the boulder. My goodness, man. The type of stuff Loxodont players can do.
Just great coverage,
like,
I'm not gonna lie. Just great coverage.
That neutral touch, holding it in, and like the different aerial angles you can have, like reverse hit fair, with late hit forward air, or just down or sending it up and whatever. Like if you know every single angle, and there's literally no recovery that can challenge, especially Olympia.
Sure.
So Gekk covering that fantastically, finds a swift and clean 3-0. And moving forward, man, the king of the herd is looking pretty strong right now.
Yeah, and honestly, and I actually want to commend Gekk for that that third game especially, because he actually showed some good Olympia counterplay where if you're putting Olympia off stage, right, you want to get to recover, and she's already got Gem on the field, you leave that alone.
Yeah.
Because if you get rid of Gem and she gets it back in time, she gets to do the rat trick, right? Bounce it off the wall and, you know, Gem dash towards it. What Gekk actually did was he kept Olympia in a really bad pocket off stage in that window and then just left the Gem alone.
Yeah.
Say, what, you want this little thing? I'm going to keep it right here. I'm not going to attack it until you get back to stage. Then it's on cooldown. Just little things like that does show that Gekk does have some counterplay in the matchup. Because it was so funny for Gekk, right? I think he put out a chart the other week, which I think everyone clowned on, where he actually said Lox doesn't win a single matchup. He goes even with one character, Forceburn. Maybe he goes even with Clara and probably loses to everybody else. And everyone kind of lost that stuff, right? They were like, what? For real?
And I was sitting on the sideline.
Then you watch gameplay like that and you think, do you really lose? Are you sure you don't win a matchup? But, you know, it's just the nature of this game, and it's ever-changing. Patches are always, they come quick and thick and fast, let's say. So you never know. You know, I'll never say for sure if it's facts if a character wins or not, but I don't know. If you're playing like that,